everywhere. Lord, I want you to be my side, and I want you to be my guide. Make no difference what others say I do. Lord, I want to follow you. Lord, I want you to show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way, Lord. Show me. Oh, show me the way. Show me the way, Lord. Show me. Show me the way. Show me the way, Lord. Show me. Show me the way.
Next we will have My Brother by Mrs. Annie Lee Londo.
Okay, y'all look out. Annie Lee coming up here. You stay right there. Wherever you want to
You know, first I would like to say that I'm very happy to be here tonight for this great celebration. This is one of the most sweetest men this side of heaven. And when I introduce him to people, I say, this is my little baby brother. My little bitty baby brother. That means I'm older than he is. So anyway, he's been a great inspiration in my life. And you know, he had one son. He's been pastoring quite a few years. And he had one son that always would come to my house, and I had the blues to play. And this child would just dance and dance and dance. And he'd say, sister, say, I don't teach my children to dance. And this was Nestor.
I knew it was coming.
Nestor would dance so till he would just back and fall out. And I think he was dancing on the church ground when they got there. But anyway, I would say this to say that my brother has helped me to raise my children. My daughters would go off to the conference. They knew they didn't have to have any money if Uncle Lemuel was with them. And Judy, the minister, she always wanted Uncle Lemuel to pay for her room. Uncle Lemuel and Betty, when they stayed in the hotel, they had to pay for their room. So he would tell us, say, you know, I just can't pay for everybody's room. She said, oh, Reverend Carter says, I'll type something for you. Just go and pay for my room. But all up and down the highway, my brother had saw that my children got to church. And he always encouraged them to stay in church. And one time when my brother was growing up, my sister isn't here tonight. She went to Dallas. Essie Mae. We were playing, and we had a fire out in the yard. And this was when he was a little boy. Now, he had some bad days, too. But he would take a coat hanger and he would spread the coat hanger out. He's a good kid now. And he would stick that coat hanger into the fire. And it would turn red, but he'd hold it till it turned dark. And he'd tell us to catch a hold to it. We had a lot of fun times coming up. And we would go to church. My mother would take all of us to church. We went to church all the time. And Lemuel would get sleepy. And he would lay out on the bench at church and he would go to sleep. And after a while, he'd start snoring. And he'd forget he was at church on the bench. He'd turn over and you'd hear something say, whammo, lammo, lammo. He'd fall on the floor. So everybody would look around to see what happened. Lemuel thought he was at home in the bed. He'd turn over and he went on the floor. But anyway, he turned out to be a good kid after all. And most of all, beside a good man is always a good woman. I can remember when he pastored in Arkansas. He gave me and my children a trip to Arkansas. We went up there to visit. And Aunt Betty treated us just like we were somebody that lived there all the time. And we just had the best time. And I think that was one of my first vacations he gave me to El Dorado, Arkansas. And I drove up there. We first went to Oklahoma City. We left Oklahoma City and we went to this other place in Oklahoma where Oz and them lived. No, it wasn't Tulsa. Anyway, we left there and went on to Arkansas, and we come back from Arkansas and we stopped in Alexander, Louisiana. We stopped there for a while, then we came on back to Texas. But he has really helped me a lot, he and Aunt Betty. And I can tell you the truth, it's not a time that I've seen my brother Lemuel and my sister Betty that they didn't put something green in my hand. And I thank them to the day. I didn't say what was cabbage or what. That was a good one. That was good. You know what? Every one of your children through college. Every one of them has been to college and got a degree.
Who was that?
I gotta remember, I gotta sell the outtakes, the Robin Lewis outtakes. Okay, moving in.
Next we will have My Lifetime Love by Dr. Betty Carter.
All right. I'm going to let Reverend Carter introduce our special guest as soon as I have my say. And I'm going to be very brief because some of you have to get on the highway and go back to Beaumont. My husband and I had planned to have our 40th wedding anniversary about 3 years ago. But I became ill, and so we had to postpone that. So we're waiting until our 50th. But I cannot tell you all that I have been through with my husband. I was so impressed when I met a minister, and at that time he was a preacher. And the fact that he was so dedicated and committed it helped me to change my life and become a Christian also. He took me around the world, helped him organize churches and be by his side when he preached. And all those things meant a whole lot to me, having my children. But the most important and soul-searching incident to happen to me that showed me how much my husband loved me was when I became ill. And because of my illness, I had to retire. And my husband said, I'm going to retire also so that I can take care of you. Now, I really don't know if that was good or not. Because as the children can tell you, and as Judy can tell you, I can't leave home without him. Or he's going to call every 5 minutes, where are you? But at any rate, I just want you all to know that now we have been married, going on 43 years, 5 beautiful children, and as I said, the most important incident to happen in my life was when he gave up his full-time ministry to take care of me. And I love him for that. And I just want to let him know, as I tell him, Cat, every night, how much I love him.
Okay. We're gonna. You can be last. But you want to say something?
Red, what's his name? And then get on the
Okay. Well, we're almost at the end of our program. I do want to say that it really is a blessing to have your parents together at 43 years. And they really love each other. I mean, you should see them at home. Giggling each other, pinching each other. I'm like, I just tell them, take it to the bedroom. But they really do, and it's beautiful to see, you know, and it's such a blessing. I think it's just such a blessing. And for me, in my own marriage, it teaches me how to be tolerant and patient and all those things it takes to stay married that long. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I do want to just open it up because I know there's a few people here who just have a little bit to say. But y'all got to promise to keep your remarks real short, okay? You know, like 2 minutes. But whoever wants to...
Before we sing happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay, here's you.
What's that, Sandra? I heard you, baby. I feel you. I feel you. I might have to go get another tape.
Reverend Carter asked that he wants his brother Uncle Vine to speak and Uncle Melvin and the Gentrys first because they're, you know, special guests, and then he wants to open up to everybody else. So Uncle Vine, do you have something to say?
All right.
1 minute now.
We'll get ready.
Glad to greet your birthday. I'm glad he got a birthday and hope he have many more.
All right.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Oh, okay.
Come on, stand up, say something.
I'd like to say happy birthday to my nephew, and he's been very helpful to me whenever I needed, and I appreciate that. And of course, I depend on him when I really need someone. I depend on him.
Thank you. Thank you. First, I want to say happy birthday, Cousin Lamel. And so good to see you again, Cousin Betty. And everybody else who we're related to here. And we met through my dad, Jesse's session, and he always said that we were double first cousins. And it's so long, so I can't tell you how it all came about. But they are both very professional people. Not only is Cousin Lamel known throughout the city of Houston, state of Texas, but all over the world. They've traveled, they made an impact on so many people, and they have shown love, professionalism, and just friendship to everybody. And we love you so much. Congratulations and many happy returns.
I'm Willie Gentry. First, let me say happy birthday to you. I have been a part of this family for 41 years now. And I heard a lot about this family from my father-in-law, from my wife's father. And I'm just really delighted that I have had this opportunity today to experience the Carter Session tradition. All right. Say happy birthday to Reverend Dr. Carter and to all of his family, children, and nieces, nephews, friends, and everybody, and to Dr. Betty, who is a very close friend of mine. And not only are we family folk, we are friends. And we're delighted to be here, and thank you for including us.
Okay. And we're ready for the happy birthday. And Uncle Melvin. Sing happy birthday.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to sing happy birthday, and then we're going to open it up for some brief reflections by anybody who else wants, or remarks by anybody else who wants to say something. Are y'all ready? Yes. Yeah. Shall the birthday boy stand up? Yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Anyway.
Oh, well, just pretend.
All right.
Okay, then we're not ready for your remarks. You can sit down. All right, so we're going to open up to very brief.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Junior really wants to say he can wait. Okay, 1 minute, biting at the chops. Give it to a minute.
Happy birthday, Uncle.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to say something that's very important. I want to say something that's very important for what I've observed from my own self. And a lot of folks have said good things about Uncle, and those things are true. One thing I've noticed about Uncle Lamel, he's a man of character. Now, I'm not saying this here because you're out there. I'm saying this because I've seen it.
All right.
We've talked privately. We talked about many different issues. And one thing about Uncle, he's always kept a sense of humor, and he always had love when he was talking to you, even when you was wrong. And I noticed something about it, he always represented Christ to me. And that meant a lot to me. You know, sometimes you don't say things, and sometimes you disagree with people, but one thing I've noticed about him, he's a man of God. not for what folks said, what I've seen. And when he get with you on one-to-one, not to be so deep, but when he get with you on one-to-one, he emphasizes points very strongly. And if you don't get it, just keep on praying. But he's a loving man. He's a loving man. And I want to say those things. And I want to tell him happy birthday. I love him. He's a role model to me as an individual. He really is. And I thank God we have a great leader here in Lamel Carter.
Thank you, nephew. Thank you.
How about a little free mama?
Next we got the bosses in the house.
All right. Oh, God. Okay. First of all, happy birthday, Reverend Carter. Okay. Okay. I'm a daughter-in-law, of course. But Reverend Carter did something very heroic, and I just want to let everybody know that I appreciate what he did because he helped to save my children's life. Where Jake obviously was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it was in the truck. And Reverend Carter, I'm trying to shorten the story, but Reverend Carter was outside in the driveway, and I was in their house, and the kids were in the car. And the car just started driving. You know, the car had gone down the street. And but luckily, by the grace of God, Reverend Carter was out there in the driveway, and he stopped the car. Now the children were in the car, and I just have to let everybody know because I regret what happened. But because of Reverend Carter, the children, I didn't care about the truck, but the children were alive. And he was out there. He was able to veer the truck where it hit a tree and not another car. So I didn't have a bill or anything like that because the truck hit a car. Now of course I whooped Jake's butt, but you know, but I just want to until this day, my mother have always said, you know, Reverend Carter was the lifesaver for Jake and Sierra. So I want y'all to know that she have always said that about him also. And he's always instrumental in trying to get everybody to come to church, trying to get all the families to come to church. And I just want to wish him a happy birthday, and that we do appreciate you from the Great Carter family. Mine would be brief and it would be quiet. First of all, again, I want to say happy birthday to my uncle, who I have worked so closely with for a number of years. But I know he's expecting me to say something funny. But I'm not going to say anything funny. I'm going to say something that has made an impact in my life that I observed from him. And I remember being in his living room. You know, there was always, his house is another one of our family gathering houses. And I always noticed he used to carry, I don't know if he still do, he has a little tablet that he carries in his pocket. And this tablet is not for phone numbers or anything like that. It's like his prayer request tablet. And this family has always been known as a family built on a foundation of prayer. And he has truly been one of our living role models where he has always prayed on behalf of others. And I want to encourage him and to let him know tonight that this is one of his traits that I have observed from him. And I'm encouraging other family members to start carrying your little tablet of prayer requests, praying on behalf of others. And I know that his prayers have helped to save, to heal, to bring joy, and to bring peace to many others. And tonight, we are saluting you for what you've done for this family. Is there anybody else?
I'm going to make this real quick, real short. I just want to thank you for letting me be what I knew I had potential for being. He has a unique talent. Stand back, son. He has a unique talent for letting other people release their talents. Whether it's a spiritual gift, whether it's something you acquired through education, whatever. He has that talent of bringing it out. I had the unique experience of traveling to Memphis, Tennessee with this man and being his campaign manager when he ran for bishop. I worked for 5 days straight. I've never worked that hard on my own job before. And I met people that I never would have met. And to this day, those people, dignitaries and otherwise, are still my friends. I still see and hear from them. And it's all because he opened those doors. And to just realize that on a magnified basis, he knows quadruple, 10 times that many people in his travels. And he only let me have a little taste of it. So I want to say that I feel humbled to have even been associated with, having loved, and having been a member of his family. And I love you, Reverend Carter. Thank you. They also call me Little Elder.
I have a poem that I want everybody to hear. Give me a microphone. And I tell you, my husband had to keep up with Uncle Emil. And I had to try to figure out which one was the younger one. Was it my husband or was it Uncle Emil? So I just wanted to say, Uncle Emil, happy birthday. This is your hot one. Okay? We love you. Well, did I get you ready to the camera? Happy birthday, Uncle Emil. We love you. All right.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
And now we will have remarks by the birthday boy.
We forgot to introduce Hannah. She's woke now. This is Hannah.